Well, there's no doubt. And I mean, you mentioned something there that real estate investors, the way I label that, right, is they're too focused on their profit. You can say what you want.
Yeah.
It's not the real estate business to me, it's the people business, right? We're in the people business. And if you focused on the real estate and if you're focused on your profit, you're not going to have long-term success. It's just not going to happen. It's not the way to operate in business. You have to be focused on people. You have to be focused on service. You have to be focused on their outcome, right? And truly helping these folks. You don't want to take somebody that truly should be in a $300,000 house and put them in a $400,000 house. And a lot of investors will do that. They're setting these people up for failure, right? And I
Yeah.
teach heavily on making sure that we're not putting people in a position to fail. The reason I want to increase home ownership in this country is because that's roots, man. It's when you're renting, if you want to paint your boys' room blue and your girls' room pink, you can't really do that in a rental unless you want to put
Right.
it back when you're done. And if you need to do a room addition or build a deck or make it yours, you can't do that in a rental property, and you have no
Yeah.
stability there. If the landlord decides he wants to sell the house or she wants to sell the house, I'm sorry, you got to move at the end of your lease, or I'm going up on the rent, or there's so many different
Hmm.
situations. So giving people the ability to have those roots and to set those roots down and have home for their kids that they know that's going to be their home next year and the year after, and put them in a place where they can
Yeah.
build equity and sell that home and upgrade if they have more kids, or when their kids graduate and move on and then become empty nesters like my wife and I have, and be able to sell that
Yeah.
house and capture that investment that you put in there and downgrade in a home. And so um, other real estate investors, they really are focused on the real estate. They're really focused on buying it here, doing this to it, selling it, or focused on that tenant situation. And again, they're going to stay with the trends of the market rate for rentals. So I think any real estate investor will have far more success if they focus on the people, if they focus on the service, if they focus on their community and truly helping people. There's no question in my mind that their success level will be far greater. And it is rewarding. Helping these people it's financially rewarding, but it's rewarding to your heart, right? It's rewarding that you're able to help these folks. And I mean, I'm friends with a lot of people that I've helped, stayed in contact with them. There's been a couple of unfortunate situations where we had a natural disaster um,
Hmm.
that didn't affect the home that the client was buying, but it affected both the husband and the wife's place of employment, where they immediately lost their
Hmm.
jobs for a long period of time, like 9 months, and they couldn't make their house payment. And I tried every way that I could to help
Yeah.
help them. But at the end of the day, you you have to still be able to make your payments when you're owning a home, right? So I helped
Yeah.
them get out of that
Yeah.
house.
Yeah.
They did have to go rent for a period, but a year and a half later, they came back to me and I got them another house. What mortgage company would even give them the opportunity to own a home after coming out of a situation like that where they got blindsided by a natural disaster? And no, they got behind on
Yeah.
their mortgage, and so it affected their credit. So, and then and give them an opportunity a year and a half later, that doesn't happen. But with a program like this, it
Yeah.
does. And I can't tell you how thankful they were, both for me assisting them in getting out of the situation they were in, getting them into a temporary rental. Well, a year and a half, not super temporary, but it was temporary for them,
Yeah.
getting back on
Temporary.
their feet and
That's
and
pretty.
becoming homeowners
It's a pretty
again.